Okay, let's get this started. Okay, welcome to rmwraps. My name is Randy Miller, and what you're seeing right here is a full-service mini fridge. And so what the customers want is they want to wrap these mini fridges, and they come from Best Buy and Insignias. And I think this is a 42 and 115 can one. And I'll put the links down below to show you where to go for the Best Buy and everything. These have been very good machines. We haven't had any callbacks or say, hey, machines died, we need a new one. So the Best Buy so far has been very good with us, or the Best Insignias, sorry. And so I'm going to show you the process. When you want full service, so we got to ask you what kind of mini fridges you want and how many, and then we need the graphics. We'll give you the templates and everything. And so if you don't want it to be, if you don't want the graphic designer, we can help you design something for you. It's not that hard. And then we get all set up. Other than that, let's kind of get started. So I make sure everything's on my box, no dents or anything. And then we're gonna we'll do the small one first. Okay. And we're using a matte sheen air release vinyl. I'm gonna find a screwdriver first. There it is. So on all the videos, what I do is for customer service is basically I do these videos right here for the customers. So it shows the quality and the love I put into installing these. Also just shows the transparency. And then when I get done, I make a email video and also pictures of the done product. So I walk around it. I use what I call the Bonjoro app. And then when people are happy, then we'll go to stage 2. We have 2 stages. Stage 1, I'll make a web page for you for this like this. And stage 1 is a mini fridge, the printout, the installing, and sometimes the design. And then stage 2, because I'm not sure where it's going to be shipping to and how much it truly weighs when it gets done, we could do stage 2, and then once everything is all paid for stage 2, then we ship it out. On this request, to be safe, have a little safety thing, we went down to Home Depot. We bought this foam board. So we're going to box it up, and then we're going to seal it up with this guy. It is not bulletproof, but it saves it. So they requested that, so it's extra insurance. And it's a high-end client. They want to make sure when it gets there, it's not dented. So that's our little extra service for that one too. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap the frame and also the body. And also we're going to put their logo right up here. So make sure everything's in. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Let's take care of the body first. And if you don't want to hire us to get the full service, that's no big deal. We can send you just the vinyl or the vinyl and the cutout for the window, and you can wrap it yourself. And if you have hundreds, or if you have a couple, or a guy or two to wrap all that, we'll make it work. Everything is it's doable. Let's see, where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so on the back, we normally do is we put markers, so we know exactly where the door, or actually the sides, are at. And also we cut the backing. And we use a tool from Yolo Tools, and it's called a Bodyguard Double Cut, and it's exactly 1 inch. So it is basically makes it a lot easier. We can move it around and we can just tack it on there. I'll just show you. And just makes it easier to install and more precise. We like the precise thing. So right now I'm just gonna. I have a little. You can't see it's really dinky, but I have a little marker, a little dot that I'm pushing down, right where the corner's at. Oops. So this, see, I can start dancing around a little bit and fine-tuning it because I want it to be as exact as possible. It's right at the corner, right at the corner. Okay, perfect. So now it's going to go down, and I just want to double check everything. Goes all the way around. That goes all the way around. Yep. And then I'm gonna. I always like to double check everything before I do anything. Oh, I need a measuring tape. Any luck with the gloss?
I haven't laminated it yet.
Oh, okay.
There was a software setting. This 2717 is out of printable gamut, even on a 7-color printer.
Mm-hmm.
So their software tries to make adjustments to get you there, but I don't really see a difference.
Well, we'll send them two different. We'll send the gloss and the matte sheen. Sorry, Mom was working. Okay, so I just wanted just a double check. So 1 3/4. It's off just a little bit. Maybe why I start getting anal about this. Actually, but I want, like I said, I'm showing you that we take care in what we do. 1 and we're going to do the same thing for all these units. Okay, perfect. This is off by 2 centimeters for the first time. Okay, so make sure double check everything. So we're going to use a squeegee and a knife. That's all we need. And it's going to pull it off. If you want to order one, you can order one. No big deal. And to test out, we normally tell the people, if you ever tried us before, test us out. And then if you like it, service and everything, the quality of the vinyl and everything, we can you can start ordering more. Also, if you have mass quantity, like 1,000 or more or whatever, or 500, and if you're going all around the country, you can tell us, send these 5 mini fridges to Seattle or certain stores or bars or anything like that. And yeah, so it's kind of, we're trying to make it as all in one. Oops. And we use high quality vinyl. So if you want to take it outside, you can take it outside. It's not gonna. We've had a couple of mini fridges outside for a while, and they still look great. You know, like for patios and stuff like that. Also refrigerators. And before I cut anything, I just want to make sure. Try and get out of the camera's view. Make sure everything's still looking pretty good and right up to the T. Because I can actually pull all this off and start all over. This stuff is great to work with. It's an air release vinyl. And we probably do 90% matte sheen. Because I don't like certain things, yes, the gloss, but I don't like the reflection. I want to see the image and not the reflection. So far, it's looking pretty good. So now, double check. The back is just as important as the front. So we want to make it look like it came from the factory. 5.5. Okay, so now I'm going to cut the edges. Usually I'm going straight out. And you can do the same thing as this too. If you want to save a little bit extra money, you can do that. At the very end, I like to add a little heat to it, like around the edges, definitely around the edges, like down here and around the corners. It just seals the vinyl up a little bit more. That's all. That's all it does. Activates the glue a little bit. Like I said, there's the back is just as important as the front. Just in case if it's on a table and you can see the back. And sometimes we do the back, but we got to keep this guy and this guy visible. And we can't cover that up. And like I said, after we get done doing this, I'll take a video and pictures, show the customer, and make sure they like it or love it. And they say, yes, it's a go. So then the next thing I'll do is I'll say, okay, go to stage 2. We got to weigh it and everything and measure and everything. Go to stage 2 and pay for the shipping. And once you pay for the shipping, then we'll ship it. And then we'll send tracking numbers and everything to you. And we will make it work. If you guys have any comments or questions, you always comment down below, and I always answer the videos comments. And I can help you as best I can. And like I said, if you just want 1 unit, you can do 1 unit. It's no big deal. We just need to know what kind of mini fridges you want. And how many. We usually buy it from Best Buy, Home Depot, Build.com. The commercial mini fridges we buy from Webstaurant, and those are the more commercial, like we see at 7-Elevens or the gas stations. And those are heavy duty mini fridges, refrigerators. They'll last a long time. Okay, that's looking good so far. Look at that puppy. Okay, so now we're going to do the door. Oh, let's get this guy down. Okay, so the door they want to wrap. They want to do a full wrap. And I highly suggest don't try to design like fonts right here or like there. It's kind of challenging because when you put the image or the vinyl on there, and if it's off a little bit, and when I'm installing it, it's hard to get. So hold on, I gotta check something out real quick. I just want to make sure. Okay, the blue is on top. Like that. The software I use to communicate with my print shop always is Trello. So I put all the information on Trello to get my print shop, even if I'm traveling or doing this and that around the country, because I do travel a lot installing this and that, like yachts and all the other projects and high-end homes. And so what I do is when I'm not here, I send them the file. Okay, so what I'm doing right here, when I put the vinyl down, I don't want it sticking on the window a lot, so I'm going to actually mask it. This helps it when I lift up the vinyl. Okay. Does it look better in gloss?
Haven't done it yet.
Oh. Print tape down. Less chance of fighting it when you have to. There you go. So I put the vinyl down, it just sticks to that and not the window, and it's, believe me, it's a lot easier. Okay, blue top down. Okay, so I'll show you something real quick. I'll show you what the double cut bodyguard. Ooh. There it is. This is one of the best tools I use. This is a bodyguard from Yellow Tools, and it's a double cutter. And this, make sure this is the top. Yeah. Okay, that way. This is the 1 inch. This basically tacks on. Actually, you want to go up here, way up here. So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the paper, not the vinyl itself, but just the paper. As you can see, it's such good tools. Yellow tools are my favorite tools to use, and the main reasons, well, the tools, yes, but the main reason why is their service, but also their environment. They have a great environment. It's German-made tools. Ernie and Michael are great guys to kind of work with. I buy the tools from them, so but just down to earth people. That's I truly love. Okay. Right now I'm just tacking it on. It is a little more challenging. You just have to be patient, and there you go. That's what I love about the air release vinyl. So you can see, well, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see it's just tacking on the paper I had down below. And where's the other tool I have? It really should get more disorganized right now. I was sick for a couple days, and now it's just go time. Getting back to the work, and it's just a lot of things to do. Oh, there it is. Okay. Another tool you can tell is very well used. I'm not sure how thick it is, but it's pretty thick. And it's what it's called a wrap straight cut guard 2.0. Maybe it's 2 millimeters. Anyhow, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this right here on the edge, and then it's gonna cut 2 millimeters thick that way, and then what I can do is I can shove the rest underneath the vinyl. Actually, you know what I can do? Hey, Devin, where's the... Oh, there's heat gun. Do we have a extension cord?
Somewhere. I'll hit your window.
Oh, that right there. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so with the heat, I'm going to try to sink it in as much as I can. And again, it activates the glue a little bit better. Takes, well, you can show where the air bubbles are at. It softens up the vinyl. So when I cut it, I'm just going to lift it up and it's going to come off pretty easily because of that piece of paper. Whee. Let me zoom in a little bit better. This is not... There you go. Hopefully you can see that. Let me check my YouTube. Got a good video. Okay. Again, I'm going to use this Wrap Straight Cut 2. And you can use... Sometimes I was using a stir stick. And I'm not pushing hard. Just enough to cut it. As you use this, it's like a guide, and you're not wobbling back and forth, and it's better doing as a guide and then just doing it freehand. Oops. I get a little nervous if I don't. I'm so used to using a guide, and a lot of times I use a squeegee too. The squeegee's thick enough. Like the end part right here, so if you go right here and go on this side and do it that way. See how easy that was, just taking it off. And then here, so it's it's thick enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my squeegee and just shove it in there. And now I'm what I call is baby stepping it. Once I know exactly it's shoved in there, then I can see exactly where the edge is at because it's shoved way in there. And the vinyl's relaxed. And okay, so now I'm going to get closer. Let's make sure it's all in there. And that's just a small detail stuff. That's what I aim for. I mean, I'm a little anal on certain things, but so I'm cutting right up to it. There we go. So that looks much cleaner and better. Come on. Okay. Yeah, it looks much better. Now it's really, I mean, it looks like it's comes from the factory. That's what I like. Okay. So let's start doing the sides. What I like about these vinyls, you can actually, it's not too hard. I mean, it's pretty easy to do. Workable, if you want to call it. Sorry, I can't talk and work at the same time. Okay, there's that little guy right there, so I'm just going to cut right there. No one's going to see underneath here. Oh, there you go. You know what? I don't like that cut. I'm just going to take a little bit extra off. It's not clean. So right now I'm just kind of getting that vinyl just tucked in right there to match the cut I had. This is what I do with all the the Dynoc and the Bell Beam material. You can actually put the vinyl touching against each other, and then you can't see the cuts. Okay, on this one. So I normally do a 45 degree angle cut. That's plenty. So it relaxes the vinyl, and you just kind of let it flow down. Let's see, the door is... Oh, okay. On that one, I'm just going to take this unit off. That's where the door is supposed to be. I'll take this one off too. Just easy to wrap, that's all. Okay, on this one, I don't know if you can see it. Just going to loop it over just a little bit, and I'm going to actually cut probably 2 millimeters thick. So the vinyl is coming over and going in. Same thing here, because if you cut right out to the corner and the vinyl shrinks, or you don't cut it perfectly, you see that silver popping over. Okay, so we've got the handle right here. I'm going to cut around the handle. Use a little heat just to sink that in a little bit better. Let that rest a little bit, and then the other side. Okay, so it's looped over a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here. Let's go all the way down first. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this, the knife, holding on this right here, I'm going to slide it all the way down, and it'll be perfectly cut. I'm going to use a little heat. So now you don't see that. If it moves, you won't see that. Granted, you'll see like a little lip right here going in, but it's better than seeing a silver coming poking through. It's better to have vinyl on top of vinyl. Okay, oh, it's all done. So that, okay, you're gonna flip it over. Okay, use my thumb. Let's get that out of the way. Now, I get this back part out of the way. There we go. Same thing. We're going to do this. We're going to cut straight up. That's the bottom. So the bottom's going to be the same. Actually, you know what? No, that's going to lip over that way. So the bottom, I like to have the lip underneath because no one's ever going to see that. Okay, same thing. The bottom's going to have got a little lip, and I'm going to add a little heat to it after I get done with this.
Print little color squares and print some more and next
And last but not least, we're going to put the vinyl on the window. And last minute, we tried to do a white cutout vinyl, but the detail's so small on some of the subjects I'll show you that we printed on clear. We had to do that because we couldn't, the vinyl plotter couldn't cut that very, very small part of the logo out, and we wanted to do true to the logo. Okay. Oh, we're gonna cut these out. So on this one, we're gonna use a squeegee because it's a perfect thickness.
Okay. Drive safe. Love you, man. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. One more. See, let me do it by hand real quick and see if that's even better. Whew. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, put the logo on there. It's a clear one. So this is what I was talking about. Right here, if you just do the regular cutout, it's very hard to cut something that small. Also the TM, so because it's really small. So the best thing to do is using on a clear vinyl. It's kind of cut out right here. You'll see it right when I get on there. But this is kind of the spare moment. And then at the beginning, they wanted the clear on there, and a lot of times we don't do clear because it's not totally clear. Hold on. 3/4. 3. 3.5. 3.25. I just want to be precise. 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. Okay. There. All right. So that's. Oh, you know what? Let's get me this one right here. I'm using a single bodyguard cut. Instead of cutting right on the glass. Come on. It's better to cut. Okay. Just push real hard. Just scuffed up the glass. It's on there. Okay. We are almost done with this one. There we go. Let me show you the little close-up views. Okay. Of course, I can't see anything right now. Hold on. I gotta use my camera, my phone. Sorry. Oops. Of course, I did that. Hold on. I can't do two things at once. Okay. So this is with the clear vinyl. Boy. This is zooming all the way out. All right. I'm fighting with this thing right now. So that's what the clear vinyl looks like. You can still kind of see through it. Kind of. See if you like that. There you go. All right. Let's wrap this puppy up. Work on the next one. Hold on. Okay. And after this video, I will add a little more heat to it and double check everything. Cap back on. Screws. Drill gun. Make sure the door is level. That one go down for some reason. There it goes. Okay, that is a done product. On that one, I'm going to take pictures of it. Of course, put that on Google My Business, also on my websites and all kinds of stuff. Just take pride of what. Let's see if that you can see all that right there. So you just kind of tell me what do you think? You like it? It turned out great. Got it all the way around. I'll use the Bonjoro app to do the video of it to show after it gets done. Okay, let's go to the next one. Put this over here. Kind of do a little cleanup. Okay, next is going to be this guy. All lined up. Yeah. Do you need something?
No, I just wanted to show you stuff, but go ahead and finish.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna do this guy. I did cut the paper, the 1 inch, I call tacking, on there, and this one I didn't put any markers on. I'm surprised. So I'm just gonna have to do it. So this is where if you don't put the marks on there, so this is a little more challenging because You guess, or not guessing, but it's just up and down. Alright, so 5.5. 6. So this is where I have to start dancing back and forth and up and down. 5 3/4. 5 3/4. Good. Only took 2 shots. Okay, so we got that guy. So make sure everything is all lined up over back here. Wrapping around. Okay, good. Squeegee. Okay. So again, I got right in the middle. Usually I get right in the corners. No big deal. This is a little different way of doing it, that's all. Okay, just gonna let it fly down. I'll let you see what I'm doing. Again, this is on a matte sheen. And release final. Okay, before I cut anything, I just like to double check everything, make sure everything looks the same. And I like to use the felt mark or felt tip. It doesn't scratch the surface. And anytime someone orders a wrap from us, like a door wrap or a mini fridge wrap, they want to do it themselves. Of course, we can send them exact one of these guys and a knife or a blade. I'm sorry, or yeah, a pin knife basically. So we just try to make it as easy as possible for someone orders. They don't have to go out and buy those 2 tools that you need. Makes the installing better and easier. And sometimes if you have little air bubbles or something, you can use the other tip. It's best to have it by a window so you can see everything. Okay. Looks good to me. Yep. Okay. So start cutting. Get the bottoms done first so we can easily move around. Then we'll hit the bottom back next. Right at the corners. A lot of times I use my fingernail and it just gets in the grooves and I can see exactly where I'm cutting. Also the vinyl or the blade goes right in the grooves too. Like I said, if you got any comments or questions, comment down below. I'll answer you. Maybe not right now, but I'll answer you when I get down to the job. Okay, body's done. Next is corners, the door. No, there's a door right there. Okay, hopefully it's not in the way. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay. Hey, darker goes on top, lighter goes on bottom. Oh, that one's, yeah. We're gonna do that trick again. Use the paper as a guard. And use my yellow tools. Bodyguard. So the vinyl goes on top of that, and it sticks to that, not the glass. So when I remove it, it's a lot more easier. You're not fighting it. Got it. Okay. Double check on this real quick. I always like to double check everything. I'll check the file and make sure, yep, dark on top. Okay, now the doors. Let's make sure they go all, oh. So we're gonna do the double bodyguard double cut. Fill it. Come on. That just basically tacks it down. I think I'm done with this one. Okay. I'm still in the shot. So I'll make sure it goes over on both sides and top. Yes. So that's where the tacking down goes, right here. So I'll make sure everything loops around. Okay. Looking good. Now we're gonna kind of work your way down. I'm going to pull the whole backing off and kind of just basically lay it down. Just kind of lay it down. I do have a little crease right there. The vinyl I use is pretty heavy duty, or durable, basically. Perfect. That guy over there. Okay, now let's make sure it's all. Get all the air bubbles out. Okay. I'm going to use my wrap straight cut. Barely putting a pressure on. I always want to relax the vinyl. Okay. Maybe I didn't push hard enough. Okay. Cut the edges a little bit. Try to shove that vinyl up as far as I can in the corner.
Graphics, this is Kevin.
Okay. Let's do the bottom now. Hey. So no one's going to see the bottom. I'm going to cut 1/8 inch right here. So it's not right at the edge. Same thing right here. Okay. I'm going to vinyl have make sure all the air bubbles are out. Okay. Let's do the top next. On this one, because it's the top, I'm going to sink it down the side right here. I'm going to cut probably 1/8, just enough for the vinyl to grab onto it. You need something that, just in case if it shrinks a little bit or whatever, you don't see that gray popping over. Ooh, it's a big handle right here. Okay, so this one I'm going to just cut straight up, straight down. Okay. Use my squeegee as a guide. This is the right thickness. There. The vinyl is just barely up on there. Actually, I can sneak the vinyl underneath that too. Okay. Now for the sides. And I'm going to add a little heat to this right here, so it'll sink in a little even more. Oops. Kind of glad there's no handles on the side. Makes it look a little better. You can see how that lip is popping up. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Besides the heating, just double check everything. Get right there. I'm not going to put it right exact middle. A bit up higher, right about there. Okay. You can see that. So 2. One 3/4. One 3/4. One and a half to 2. One and a half. Let's go the wrong way. 1 3/4. 2. 1 3/4. Just a little bit more. 4 and a half. 4 and a half. 4 and a half. Got it. There it is. All done. Now, Devin! Oh.
Other Devin.
The other Devin.
Hey, you seem to be running a little bit. Oh, yeah. How many stops you got after this?
Only 40.
Oh, so you got
Yesterday was 60.
you told me it was like 67 or something.
Something like that. And the day before that was 50. So, only 40, come on.
Christmas time, don't you know?
Right? That bottom one's too heavy.
Sorry. That bottom box is only $4 more expensive to ship than that white tube that goes in the same place. They waste 10 times as much.
It's because of the dimensions,
Yes.
I think. I don't know.
So,
I haven't heard anything about our taxes, so as soon as I find out, I'll start having to sure they get it.
okay. I got my federal back in 5 days.
See, we filed ours last Monday,
Okay.
so
Yeah, my mom filed hers before
but-
I did, so I'm not back, so I don't know how they're prioritizing.
well, I did hear that if you're getting a child credit, that they're
Bogging things down.
not releasing that until so it just got
Because
you got it back
we
over.
were talking about it, and I'm like, let me check my bank accounts. That was a direct deposit Tuesday on like Thursday or Friday.
Okay.
Sweet, but I'm still
We are all done.
Right.
going.
State usually does take a little longer.
So all I have to do is
Yeah.
do a little fine tuning on this right corner right here, and then we are all done. Takes pictures, take a video on Bonjoro, and send it to the customer, and hopefully they like everything. If not, they can change things as we have it right here. It's better doing that way instead of bringing the fridge back and changing it and doing this and that. So thanks for watching the video. If you like this, subscribe to me. If you want to contact me at 208-696-1180. Also, email me at rmwraps@gmail.com. If you go to rmwraps.com website, if you go to full service, you can kind of see the ballpark costs of the fridges. So it could be like this fridge or the Signia or the smaller Signia one, also the Edge Star, and also the Web Restaurant fridges too. And kind of go from there. All right. Thanks.